absolute favorite heroes, but they're just not that strong now. After 30 minutes in, Loda just said to Ake, like, what do you actually bring to the fight? You can maybe have a troll
The big
creep,
ancients.
but yeah, they're not impressed. Loda said an interesting suggestion in that when you look at the Aghanims on Chen, it doesn't make sense. Getting ancients, it's cute, but it's not effective competitively, and even in just a game for fun, I mean, sure, they're a little bit fun, but what if Aghanims instead met your creeps magic immune? Just the creeps that Chen takes. Would it be imbalanced or would it be bad? Like, I think the Aghanims would be really interesting then, because of course it already lowers the cooldown on your ulti, and they are going to go into the Enigma here. So,
interesting.
Pretty correct. And Weaver is a hero that doesn't care so much.
Pretty correct. He's 100% correct.
Yeah, that's
He is
fairly correct.
100% correct.
Okay. He gets it this time.
Okay.
Well done, Lumi.
I can't hear Lumi's mic.
No.
Did you turn it off?
No, it's probably just that you don't hear it.
I turned it off. I was snapping over a Monster Energy can.
Okay. Yeah, that's refreshing. So the full drafts are up now, and Morphling is going to be the carry for Virtus.Pro, so Ilden going to play that one. DK Phobos is actually going to play this Elder Titan. I look forward to watching that. And Mag, as he has been playing quite a lot throughout this entire tournament so far, we are seeing him on Centaur War Runner once again. I think that's an amazing hero for Mag to be on against Weaver, by the way, just because of how much damage you can deal when you jump on a Weaver. And also Timelapse has that little bit of a casting time that makes it very hard to do it quicker than a roof stomp going on you.
I gotta say, I liked the AM in the last game because he's a super easy hero to play. Like, even I win games with AM. There's very little to worry about. It's incredibly easy.
Some 40% win rate though.
What?
AM.
Is he really?
He's really actually one of the lowest win rate heroes in PUBG.
That's crazy.
I feel like that's
so
more
you're pretty good winning on him.
More so because the players playing them don't really understand. I think AM's actually difficult strategically.
You've got to not be in the fights and stuff. But that's I do see a lot of people pick them and then keep turning up.
You need to know when to join the fight
yeah.
and what to do, like when to push and when to not.
I see a lot of people just turning up and I'm like, what the hell are you doing here? Like, well, sometimes we'll have a PA and the PA's like mid-fighting with us. We're like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I got to get my boots. It's like, you should be farming then, idiot.
That's true. Once again here, Alliance going to be the one to see a ward going down. The Observer ward from Alliance, of course, was there first. So VP Polar going out and placing there is going to be pretty sad because Ake just sends out his sentry wards and D-wards that easily. So that's 2 games in a row that they get that little victory there. I say little, but it's a pretty big thing knowing where the enemy has vision in the beginning of the game. And this also means no rune detection or rune vision for
free money.
And for Hani in the mid lane, if he thought AM Lich was hard to lane against,
yeah, this is even stronger.
Actually, it's going to be Ace that's at least blocking the creeps a little bit now.
Yeah.
They're dodging the lane.
They're probably expecting something similar to last game, I assume.
Yeah.
You know? They probably know that there's going to be some Lich shenanigans on the mid lane.
Here's the thing though, is Ace going to have any better of a time? I guess he can make trees and harass Lich.
Yeah, exactly. He can put the trees on Lich, but even Morphling can right click down the trees pretty fast. Yeah. And he's going to have a better time than a Brewmaster, but I don't think it's going to be, you know, he's not going to be tweeting about how much fun he had on this lane.
Well, he's a range hero, so he could at least harass and last it's a tiny bit better.
Yeah, I guess. Top lane is a pretty manly lane. It's bottom lane actually going down.
First blood.
Okay.
Dang.
Look, when Vengeful Spirit has that blue hue and has a double damage,
run away.
What do? You don't see it. You don't see that.
It's pretty hard to see, to be honest. Like, she just lost it there, and you can't really see.
Yeah, there wasn't much of a difference. You'd think, maybe it's a cosmetic.
Yeah, maybe. But either way, he does go down there to the strong combination of Centaur and Vengeful Spirit. Of course, their nuke is insanely strong, and stun combinations are effective, so that's why I say that Weaver on this lane, with the kill going towards Vengeful there, or yeah, it was actually Vengeful getting full stop, they should have some nice detection early on here.
Yeah.
Dangerous lane for Alliance, this off lane, but they have a full jungle Enigma, so even if you lose out on the other lanes a little bit, you can still be fine with that, right? because
Yeah.
you're pulling ahead a lot by farming in a jungle. Normally the experience and gold graph will reflect that a little bit.
Yep. I mean, what do you get on him first? Do you get a mech as quick as you can, or what do you go for here?
Soul Ring mech, I imagine, because the Nature's Prophet had to get mech last game, which isn't bad because they pushed a couple towers off of it. But you definitely want your Nature's Prophet to be getting bigger, impactful, more late game items.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not an Enigma player. I'm actually not even a support player. But I will say this: I think it's undervalued by Enigma players how easily you can kill a Roshan alone and how hard it is for the enemy team to detect that Enigma is missing and killing Rosh because they're a jungler.
Well, so you think get an early Bathy or something? And
yeah, if you just have Basilius or a Medallion, you don't even need to go for Medallion, to be honest. But
you want both. It speeds up the process. If that's
it speeds it up, but you don't really need to do it fast either. I mean, who is really gonna see when Enigma is missing from the jungle and into Rosh? If you
at what
smoke
level
there,
do you do it?
you can kill him on
you want
level
it to
5
be
already.
level 5. You need 3 points into demonic conversion.
You can actually kill it already on level 3 if you want to, but it takes very long and it's much more risky.
The other thing is, you know that Furion could conceivably send you some trees, but that would be risky, right?
Yeah, that's. I don't think that you need to do that at all.
Because if they saw him missing, they might suspect something was up.
Well, I mean, he could send the trees and walk them in, and you already rewarded 1 river ward on the top from Ake earlier, so the chances of having another river ward is quite low.
Yeah, but you can just do it completely on your own, and that's really the power that I'm talking about, because you will eventually notice if it's a laning mid Furion and you see him sending several treants down bottom, like, sure, it's a little bit suspect, but the power is really that Enigma can do this completely without help.
Yes.
So, do you need the Soul Ring to do it?
No, you don't want the Soul Ring.
You just need some mana, to be honest. You can even buy a salve on yourself and tank with your main Enigma, like tank with your hero, and then have 6 Eidolons just punching away for a long time.
But wouldn't the 6 Eidolons, wouldn't they get the stomp from Roshan? Wouldn't that be a factor?
Not if you macro properly. I mean, I'm not an Enigma player once again, but
so
even I can do it so you don't
You'd
clap.
send 2 in, the others stand back, and then when one's about to die, you convert one at the back into more Eidolons. And
but that's just a thing that I really
I'm going to
wish
practice
we could
that
see a little bit
against
more.
bots.
He's
I
going to do a
actually have a
rotation
YouTube video on that.
Do you really?
Yeah, you can watch it.
Look at this rotation.
Do you
Yes,
successfully
face
do
boots.
it, or do you just kind of try to do it?
No, you successfully do.
Oh, okay.
But that was a while ago. The rotation's going to come in. He's got phase boots. I wonder what this is about. He's looking to actually gank with the Nico. I've never seen this before. Mag's going to take a Malefice. That's 1 kill. They're looking for a little bit more. The trees, the body blocks are real. Little is going to have to shift to the south side. They're going to chase. The magic missile is going to go on the Ake tower. Is going to get the Ake kill. Yes, in fact, it will. Little is going to die as a result. Teleportation. Multiple TPs are coming in right now.
Why not?
Centaur
It's
here.
like food for Centaur, surely.
Well, he doesn't have
He can
Stampede.
find someone.
He's only level 3, and so...
Weaver is so fast, it's just gonna run away here. I like the rotation there, but in the end, Enigma didn't actually do anything.
Phase boot Enigma. Have you ever seen this before? I haven't.
I don't think I've seen this, no, but in theory, this could work nicely. And he's gonna start playing here in the enemy jungle, which gives him the option to come down and gank on bottom lane again, which I assume should be the point of focus for Alliance.
This is a really nice unexpected twist, I think. That we thought we knew what they'd be doing, and I think that VP would have thought they would have known. But now you've got an Enigma with phase boots running all up in your jungle.
Little is walking into Enigma here. He could maybe just turn and kill him here if he goes into his vision, because phase boots Enigma with a stun and some Eidolons can chase you down.
Yeah, here comes...
See if he can do it.
Little's not even watching right now. The Eidolon just splits into
Look at that
6.
damage.
That's easy kills, plus 24 in the phase boots. Loda comes in and gets a little bit of experience. Nicely done.
Yeah.
You know, offensive jungle Enigma puts so much pressure on this lane.
I don't think I've ever done that. I've just got locked into that mentality. I just stay in my jungle, I get my items, and then I join the fight. Whereas this was really unexpected.
Yeah,
Nice
it's
play.
a nice move and a nice way to have higher impact early on, because this is the same theory, right, as doing an early Roshan. You want to have some impact, not just sit in jungle and say like, hey, look at my gold and my experience. You're not a Furion really, like you want to do something.
Right.
So.
And especially I think because you
nice.
can early on. You've got the spells to go in there and join in and stuff. The Eidolons are really strong.
Mag in a lot of trouble. Malefice to actually stun things up. The cat's not bouncing though. They really need that one to bounce. And
I think they could get him anyway.
Oh, here comes the Prophet. He's making a TP. The Sprout's going to be there, but not enough physical damage output. Ace taking a ton of damage. Agate providing a bit of healing. And it's going to be, well, everybody chasing in here.
Oh, wow.
Nicely done.
All right, that was sloppy.
Yeah, well, that was a little bit optimistic going on Mag there, and they also didn't have Eidolons punching. You really want to have that. If you're going to play a ganking Enigma and you're maxing the level on your conversion, you need to use it when you're ganking. Sure, it's no creeps really that close. Well, but Broom has to split going down the top lane, trying to kill off DK Phobos. Should be an easy kill.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that would have helped is instead of having 2 levels in the Manifest, if he had 1 level in Midnight Pulse, they could have cleared those trees and found him, taken away that hiding place behind the towers. I don't know if that's a legit thing to say.
Well,
it would have
the downside is that you will put yourself
Stanzer.
in a position where you can't really afford the mana for everything. I know a lot of people like the Midnight Pulse. It's just 95 mana, but already you're running without Soul Ring, without Basilius, and trying to sustain mana on an Enigma. You're never going to have mana for Black Hole if you go for all 4 spells.
True that.
So Midnight Pulse is good. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's very costly to use all your spells. Mid
It's
lane,
just fun to find people hiding in the trees by just eating all the trees.
Oh yeah, it is. Stomp,
Dire's middle tower
letting off some
is under
creeps here, but
attack.
not really catching Ace on mid lane. Deacon or DK.
Gonna use Stampede. Ace gonna just pour it out. The coordinate's gonna come from Enigma. No Black Hole just yet. You
Your
get
ulti
it
is
right now.
available.
Doesn't want to use it.
gonna back it up.
They do get the tier 1 tower.
Yeah.
I think he should use it, to be honest. If it bounced on everything else on the map and then comes to Morphling, he could have killed him there. He was down to 190 HP, to be honest, because he has morphed so much. So could surprise him with a kill, but either way, some aggression from Alliance, but could not hold their tower in the end as Ilden on his Morphling goes for a Midas first. Cannot proceed to farm up even more. I don't dislike this Midas. I think it's good.
You know, one thing we didn't really get to talk to too much about is the Weaver last pick for Loda. What do you think? What purpose does a hero serve? Like, obviously, allow them to go offensive dueling with and get some farm there to free up one of the safe lanes. That's pretty decent, but there's a lot of burst damage on VP Polar. Wouldn't you be afraid picking, you know, Weaver into this?
To be honest, I myself am not a huge fan of Weaver. I mean, the strength of him is really that he can always be on his own pushing out lanes, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not a big fan of playing him, and I don't think that he's always the most effective hero. So I'm interested, and I would be happy to see Alliance prove me how strong this hero could be. Top lane Brewmaster gets told that Chain
Yeah,
Frost
that
hurts
was
quite a bit,
nice.
especially with the Ancestral Spirit on top of you, of course.
Is under attack.
But,
FNG's definitely not shy dropping the Chain Frost. Creep
He is
wave,
not.
hero, anything. Let's go.
Well, look
Yeah.
at the cooldown on it.
I mean,
Right? It's 2 minutes, but
it's
how
fairly
often
long.
do you think, oh man, Chain Frost would have totally won that fight? Because you can't rely on it. You can't. It's
Exactly.
really unreliable.
It
I
is.
mean, I love Lich, but I've thrown a million Chain Frosts, and a bunch of them you think this is going to be great, and it just isn't.
Stampede allows for the dive on top
That's
lane there.
really cool.
Akye had some good positioning, but with the Stampede, actually gets caught out. Oh,
rock.
he canceled 2
Bonk.
stun. Oh, he cancels 2
Oh,
TPs.
that's
the micro
crazy good.
skills.
That's really beautiful coming out from Brewmaster. So nice play, and here should be an easy kill.
Another
Oh,
rock to the chops. Double kill.
Nice.
FNG going down as well. That was a beautiful split, actually. And the fact that he used it so fast before
Yeah.
the TPs even started, allowing him to cancel both of them.
Radiant's top tower
Beautiful.
is under attack.
And I think this is where Enigma is at its strongest. Like, you get a kill or two, summon a couple of Eidolons, go, go, go.
Yeah, with like your Treants and the Eidolons, you can really push so hard. And Weaver is fairly good at pushing if you have something to tank for him as well. But he needs levels, and that's probably why he's going into this Hand of Midas build as well, which he's going for now. But I like the fact that he's buying so many different cheap items, if you look to it. Basilius, you have Magic Stick, you have Bottle, you have Razer. All these are aiming to make you a little bit stronger in the early phase. And I wouldn't even be surprised to see him finish up an entire Aquila after getting his Hand of Midas, but he realizes he wants levels more than anything right now.
Ani waiting on the back line, trying to...
Dire's
Oh, he actually
top
has-
tower
He was just
Is
waiting for
under
that blink.
attack.
It's arrived just in time for him to wreck Venge, maybe.
Dire's
I think he's gotta be
structures
careful,
are
though.
fortified.
Yeah, he doesn't have the
I don't know if they want to fight at all there on top
There's a
lane.
Morph there too.
I think you should just leave this tower, trying to get something else. Loda, of course, trying to push down mid, but I don't think they're in time to get any trade. People on the bottom. Aki is also just waiting for the creeps to come
They
into
have
the
the
tower.
TPs are coming in. If there's a good enough black hole, the TP gets cancelled, so never mind that.
It's too hard without Blink Dagger available, really, to try for a black hole. Going mid, though. his Morphling just to defend against this Weaver.
You know, one problem that Enigma's going to have here is that the Ancestral Spirit from Elder Titan can cancel the blink and leave you stranded outside the fight, so you've got to be careful about that.
Frost bouncing a little bit against Ace. Ace looking for
That's a nice bounce.
That was reliable.
Nice bounce.
Yep.
There was like 8 creeps around there. And it's like, oh, look, a hero that I could last hit. I will be a good little Chain Frost and take that kill for you, Lich.
Imagine if you could micro a Chain Frost.
I wish my Chain Frost.
Oh, baby. Don't give me
as good as
ideas.
this one.
New Aghanims upgrade.
Targetable.
Micro Chain Frost. That's better than an infinite Chain Frost, is it not? By far.
An infinite's got more comedy potential.
That's true.
I mean,
Being able to micro it is kind of stupid, though.
in a long game, infinite Chain Frost.
I guess.
I mean, if your Ancient is getting attacked and you have infinite Chain Frost, you can basically defend it pretty dang well.
Good against Mega Creeps, is that what you're getting at?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if your Lich is going for an Ag, so you're going to be facing Mega Creeps at some point.
Alright, alright. Well, bottom lane, Mag trying to go for the blink here, comes close enough to Ace, and just a lot of burst damage to Frost Nova. But look at the micro from the Treants, he's just locking him in here.
Really nice.
Meanwhile, the Brewmaster gets completely incinerated.
Where's the damage?
Oh, Brewmaster died, so he doesn't have any friends
died.
nearby.
Swap to cancel out the Death Ward, and now DK Phobos is running the hammer down on everybody.
Yeah,
I think
Alliance are just getting crushed.
Look at the damage!
Radiant's top tower
Wow,
is under
that's 4
attack.
dead.
Dota is just fail fishing a
Radiant's
bit on
top
top lane.
tower
Does
has
get a tower
fallen.
down, but his entire team goes down on the bottom lane. And this is going to mean Morphling going out of control. He has 2,800 gold
Dire's
along with a
bottom
13
tower
minutes
is under
Midas.
attack.
Oh, of course he got the Midas sooner, but I'm saying he has this at 13 minutes.
You know, every time I see DK Phobos play, he just plays extremely well. The puck performance yesterday against MVP, today Elder Titan, earlier it was his Centaur.
Yeah.
He's going to have a really early shotgun, this Morphling.
Dire's
This is giving me
bottom tower is under
some
attack.
flashbacks, actually. I hope he goes for the shotgun indeed in this game, because it's so good against Witch Doctor. It's decent against the Weaver if you have detection nearby, and also really good against Furion, I feel.
Yeah, yeah.
So, of course, any other item is also pretty fine when you're this far ahead. Boots Travels is not bad. Yasha to farm up and going Manta is decent as well, but E-Blade is really going to put him into that monster category where he can kill anyone. A little bit dangerous walking down here, though. He doesn't have enough mana to jump away, but no disables nearby.
I think given the split push potential Alliance have, it would make sense for him to get something aggressive.
Just forcing
Just
the
go
rush.
for it.
Hard to do it against this game. Very similar to Batrider that, you know, Elder Titan can scout things out in the Roshan pit.
Yeah, not even scout as well, just the fact that he can stomp you in there. Yeah, level 3 stomp is something that you don't really want to have landing on you. It's a long disable, 4 seconds, and it covers the entire Rosh pit if you have the Spirit correctly positioned in there.
Normally we see Elder Titan maxing out that aura.
Mid attempted to kill the Centaur, but it runs away so fast. This is a very deep dive, and even the blink disjoint, so this is a failed Brewmaster split.
Well, they might find Eventual
Radiant's
Spirit. He's
middle
actually
tower
hanging out
is
there
Nice
for
attack.
a long time. And they'll back off for now. Brewmaster sends the Storm Spirit in the front. Honey will walk back.
That's very optimistic though, going for the blink, clap, and ulti on
Jesus Christ. Look at this Morphling build. Midas BOTs. He really wants to take it to the late game.
Yeah.
And that's something I do want to say. VP right now reminds me of how Cloud9 plays. They play so greedy.
But
it's
it's not a very bad build though, because Travels, I said I would be pretty okay with it, because Morphling is so slow. He has pretty much no movement speed.
That's true, but if you look over to the
Radiant's
Alliance
bottom
side,
tower
there's 2
is under
Midases
attack.
going on. So I think Alliance is like building their items very optimally, knowing how FNG and his team likes to play. You just outgreed them.
I think this has kind of given Morphling the opportunity to join in the fights with the bots. So he can go and do what he likes. He's got his Midas. If he can leave one of his replicants down in the lane he wants to go back to, Boots travels into the fight, fight, replicant back.
Yeah, and you can even booster travel in on the Elder Titan Spirit, of course, so you have the possibility to always join your team. There's never gonna be a fight where you cannot TP because of creeps being far away. So nice little mechanic there for VP Polar. And this build is very good for farming, as you say, Lumi, because of course he doesn't have to waste any gold on teleport.
You save a lot
Yeah.
throughout the course of the game. The new cooldown buff is pretty ridiculous as well.
Yeah, just the fact that it has lower cooldown than TP scrolls. 50-second cooldown may not seem like a big change from having 60-second, but It's actually gonna do a big difference in terms of split pushing all the lanes whenever you want. And along with Replicate, used correctly, you can put a lot of pressure onto Alliance.
So earlier I was asking about the Elder Titan. Normally when we see the hero being picked, he prioritizes on the aura, but Stomp is going to be his build scheme. How do you feel about the two differences in build, and which one do you actually prefer, Waga?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Normally I would say like it's the old build, right? To go for max on natural order early on, along with Astro Spirit.
Just to nuke.
But given that Astro Spirit is not dealing that much damage anymore after the nerf, you remember when he was so popular as a mid hero?
Yes.
Because he had longer range on the Spirit before it returns, and he also, or longer duration, and he also had higher damage output. But now with the current ET, I think this is a very good build. Because the Stomp is really what you want, right?
And not only that, he's comboing it with Yule Scepter, so...
But you have to, of course, be ready to adapt. If you're playing as something that has innately extremely high armor,
like
then it can be
Morphling,
nice.
then
it can be nice to remove that. Exactly, because Morphling, of course, would have 12 base armor right now, so playing against him, maxing natural resistance or natural order would be really good.
Do you think he's maxed the Stomp because it helps against things like, for instance, Witch Doctor's going to be standing still when he casts his ult, Enigma's going to be standing still when he casts his ult, so he can send his ancient dude over there, give him the Stomp, and you know you're going to catch him.
Yeah, I think so.
And it just combos so well with so many of your other stuns.
Yeah.
Like a Centaur
Stomp, Venge Stomp, yeah.
So we didn't really mention it there, but we did see it, of course, the nice little pickup on Nature's Prophet by the rotation of the Bench and the Centaur together. But this game is really about farming, and Virtus.Pro are showing that as well, because surely they want to keep ganking like this whenever they get a chance to, but it's all about farm time for more.
So we're going to see Initiate Stampede's going to get him out. Mag gets lifted on the air. He's probably going to die here. Oh, actually just blinks out. No stun, anything. No Midnight Pulse being dropped. Looks like we're going to see a TP out from one of the cores. Mag still being chased here. They really want him dead. Multiple TPs are coming in right now. Mag eats a death ward. Here comes the waveform, but he's waving into my nuts. That's kind of dangerous. Mag's going to actually die in the jungle here. No Chain Frost being thrown. Nothing from Illidan. And I think they're going to lose tier 1 here.
Yeah, well, looking pretty focused here as they're trying to push down, but there's a lot of defense, of course, from Virtus.Pro. Even losing the Centaur, still holding strong here. Just because of the Brewmaster split being used, of course. And
they didn't lose the tier 1, so that's nice for them. Well defended for Virtus.Pro, I think. Morphling, what's Morphling got in his pockets
He's
right now?
He's working towards Manta, I believe this is.
He's finished just like Wagga said. Finished that Aquila, and working on a Manta, and then I guess, what were you saying, Shotgun, you think he should go?
Yeah,
to see if he gets
I would really like to see him go shotgun build with the E-Blade, because that would be really strong just to burst down these heroes that are so susceptible to it. But he's going for a different route, it seems, with this Ultimate Orb, and gonna go farm quite a lot before adding his next item. Of course, getting Manta Style could be really nice with his Route of Travels, just because you get that percentage-based increased movement speed on your already high base.
And more split push as well.
With the travels. Yeah, allowing for more split push with illusions, but even a Scotty build could be strong. Which one would you prefer out of the two?
I'm a big fan of Manta. Like, being able to disjoint the Malefice.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, and just adds more utility. What do you want to split push? What do you want to fight? More stats. It's all good.
Yeah. I'm completely with you on that. And Diderun gets snatched by Loda here. Kind of uses ulti to jump back after running into the scary Centaur. Does not want to get bursted the way his Furion friend died earlier on. But it seems like Alliance want to force down and take bottom tower, but really Virtus.Pro are doing a good job at holding towers against a lineup that is so strong in push.
Yeah.
Because Alliance have amazing team fight. They have Furion and Enigma and Witch Doctor, even Weaver being pretty good for pushing, and still they only took one tower so far.
Can you make a case that Elder Titan is actually defending the towers a little bit better than a Bat Rider would? Because Bat Rider is somewhat forced to engage, especially if he does not have a Force Staff.
Yeah.
Whereas Elder Titan just throws out Spirit, throws out Stomp, and there goes your push. In fact, Initiation's going to come out right now.
Oh,
it gets cancelled! Wow, nicely done here by Virtus.Pro.
What a play by Illidan to just immediately adaptive strike there. Some people would have tried to like waveform.
Yeah, the land ping got him there.
Yeah, a land ping. Well, that was really, really good because, of course, his little stunning cancelling the cast, of course, of Brewmaster's ulti allowed Vengeful to channel up. and they burst him instead.
It's a Lincoln Sphere. That's the one I didn't expect, because there's not many dangerous disables, at least right now, but obviously Ace eventually will be picking up a Hex, so you can prepare a little bit in the future. And the regen's always nice.
Yeah, top lane we see Loda actually gonna go on to Morphling here and bully him a little bit with his DD rune, saying, hey, look at my damage.
Kill, though. This is the
he is hard to kill, but look at all that damage he deals. He's gonna have to jump down to bottom lane and lose some HP at least. But I think the Lincolns is a little bit curious to me. Maybe he's just preparing for the Hex that's gonna come up later. Oh, actually it's an Orchid built by the Nature Prophet, so not rushing the Hex this time. Bottom lane going really aggressive here onto Nikolai's Morphling. Morphling might have overcommitted this time. Very low on mana and HP. Gonna get committed to
kill.
Stampede.
Yeah, but he gets lifted and he still does not have mana for a waveform. He's definitely gonna go down here. And meanwhile, Loda is pushing top lane. So this time, VP Polar actually not getting any good trade for that. And losing their hard carry farmer that's a big blow.
Yeah, 50 seconds.
And the smoke immediately after. Interesting from Alliance, trying to find something after already killing the carry. If they went behind the tower, maybe they can find one here. They know where the Vengeful is, because he just threw out the Wave of Terror. Trying to chase after, but in the end, he's gonna go for a tower, and this might be a free tower after Morphling going down.
Is Roche up?
He is up.
I wonder if they could get a Roche. It'd be kind of tricky for them.
Yeah, we see on the other team, of course, Loda is also going for a Lincoln's build on his Weaver. This one, a lot more understandable, I feel, though. Against Vengeful, against Lich even, against Morphling, of course, being probably the primary hero to go for a Lincoln's against. I feel it makes more sense. But
there's many ways to break it, though. Like, you know, if you look over to Elder Titan's working on a disarm as well.
I think it's better
behind
the bait.
Illidan's coming in, he gets silenced immediately. The Wrath of Nature breaks the Lincoln as well. Illidan gotta get out of there. He's gonna get Black Hole. No Black Hole just yet. He waits towards enemy team, and that Chain Frost, it looks like it's being micro. It's nothing but heroes. Ace trying to TP out there. Swap's gonna break it, and guess what? They're right next to the pit with minus armor intact. So they could actually take the Roche very easily.
I think that was I don't know if it was overconfidence or something, but Alliance, I think they thought the same thing, which is, hey, why don't we get Roche? We're right here anyway, right? But
but really you don't really want to force out team fights when you don't have Brewmaster ulti, especially without the Reaver.
They have it in 5. They challenge.
It's too late. Reaver tries to go in and stop something here, but has to run away. He's very low on mana. Honey goes in. This is a mistake. Like,
you know, that 0.8 second cast time.
Yeah,
Hanny's face there
even if he got it, I think they could even have killed the Fire Panda and just looked at him and like asked him, what are you doing? Because that was...
Or just run away, because what was the follow-up? Just a Weaver, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Even the Stampede was online there just right after. So I think that was very, very over ambitious by the Panda.
I am perfectly in line to see Hanny's reactions to that, and
I heard a table.
He went, just imagine this sort of, you just made a pot in pottery class, and you go to put it in the kiln, and you just drop it on the floor, you just look to heaven, and then he punched the table.
Yeah. Not good.
Not the
so
greatest
I'm going to
feeling.
take that to mean he was unhappy in that.
Yeah, that's probably what I gather
that's
as
body
well.
language then.
So DK Phobos on the Elder Titan now, after getting his Yule Scepter, is working on finishing up a Halberd. I think this is going to be a pretty decent item. But to go back to what happened in that Roche attempt sort of thing, because that was a Roche attempt bait to go into a team fight. It looked like they were actually setting up to take the fight. That was the goal with walking into Roche. But you don't really want to do this when you have a Weaver in your lineup. Because Weaver is not the hero that will join and contribute in a 5-on-5 fight.
Sure.
He will be somewhere else and try to get something done. But you really want to avoid huge fights when you play Weaver, I think.
Well, I think it would have been much more defensible if A, they weren't walking up a hill to take the fight, and B, they did it with Panda Ultimate.
Exactly, yeah.
And they didn't have...
Also, they kind of lined up into this line where Morphling could just wait for him.
Yeah.
There were 3 of them.
I don't think they also expected the Morphling to TP right in their face, because they TP onto the Ancestor Spirit, and they kind of like, oh, panic, let's throw everything on Morphling.
Yeah,
and
even though he died once, he's so farmed as well.
Yeah, Midas BOT, man.
He has 25 minutes, Midas, BOT, Lincoln's Aquila, and E-Blade finished. That is a lot of farm, to be honest. 226 CS. Not unheard of having that high CS, but just the fact that he has been in 5 kills as well, or 8 kills to be
Dire's
honest,
bottom tower
and taken
has
2
fallen.
towers now in a row on bottom as well, straight after.
You know, when you tell me the draft at the beginning of the game and you ask me, all right, 26 minutes in, who has more towers? I would guess it's Enigma and Nature's Prophet team, but they're well far behind because the map control being provided after that Roche.
But it's really about who wins the fights, right? Because if
we-
you cannot win the fights, but there are actually fights, then
That's true.
you cannot win just by having the better pushing heroes. You need to actually win the fights. So, of course, Alliance could have tried to play around even more top lane, trying to get a kill here with their attempts.
Self-heals.
Yes,
Been by enough times.
pretty tanky hero to go on.
There's an E-Blade now on Morph. I'll be intrigued to see. I think he just blew up Witch Doctor.
Yeah, he did actually kill Witch Doctor, meanwhile in mid lane at the same time. Witch Doctor tried to stun him as well, but the Lincoln Sphere.
Welcome to the sadness of being a support against the Morphling who has E-Blade.
Yeah, and
Dire's
now he has
middle
2,000
tower
gold
is under
along with his E-Blade, so he's pushing down, gonna take another
Yeah.
tower here on mid, and if no one stops him, he's just completely balling out of control. I think this game is looking very grim for Alliance.
Yeah.
Dire's
By
middle
the way,
tower is under
FNG
attack.
says my Chain Frost looking
Dire's
pretty good. Let's get
structures are
2 of
fortified.
those.
He is actually
In the
going
air.
towards our pressure.
This is
That's hilarious.
initiation coming in, and looks like he got it off this time. Barely, though. He's going to focus on FNG. We need the biggest black hole, but look at my nuts getting blown up on the back line here. Illidan waving in. You got to be careful, though. Eating Midnight Pulse as well as a ton of chain stun. Crimson Guard getting him a little bit out of harm's way. And the Brewmaster split not really doing too much there.
Yeah, I like the Maledict landing on Morphling there, forcing him to get out of the fight as well, because you can't keep tanking for that long, even if you're a Morphling when you have Maledict on you, because it would stack up to tons of damage.
They lost nothing there. They lost nobody.
Yeah, they used spells, but that's really it.
Dire's middle tower
And
is
they have
under
illusion of
attack.
Morphling, so he's TPing back to base, healing up, and then gonna replicate back. And this is just really nice execution by
Dire's
his
middle
Volrax.
tower
There's
has
no
fallen.
Brewmaster split.
Well,
Do they have Black Hole? They
yeah,
do,
I
don't
think they are not in shape to defend this. I
Dire's
mean,
middle
Loda has to
tower
join
is
now
under
because he's
attack.
not split pushing, but how are they supposed to fight against all this? Even Aegis is still there.
I think the thing is, Morphling will blow up 3 of the 4 heroes that of the 5 heroes that will conceivably come and fight him.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it's gonna go down. Morphling just using his adaptive frag to blow up or to get rid of the sphere of the
Dire's
Weaver.
middle
Tower does
tower
get
has
denied by
been
Enigma,
denied.
but I mean the racks are now exposed. Morphling going in.
I mean, he doesn't even need to kill anybody. Just keep throwing like shotguns at them.
Yep.
They'll back off.
Yeah, he's trying to E-Blade Loda actually, but Loda evading it with the Invis. That's kind of funny.
No, they'll back off.
E-Blade now, too slow. Invis OP. So at least
Radiant's
Alliance
bottom
managed to
tower
hold
is
this.
under
I thought they
attack.
were not going to get away this cheap, but a lot of it is probably because the Aegis also timed out. So they want to play it safe rather than make a mistake here and lose Illidan somehow. And I think that's a fair call. You have an extremely strong Morphling, and you definitely don't want to lose him in any single way. So it could be a huge mistake trying to push a little bit too much.
What do you reckon Morphling's working on next? Butterfly or Scotty?
I think the Manta.
Okay.
Like, time to complete the Manta.
Yeah.
He has the Yasha, and he has 2,500 gold, so I reckon he should just finish the entire...
What is his net worth
Manta.
at this point?
It is actually 19,000, so he's
7K lead,
6,400 above the Weaver, which is a really steady lead.
7,000.
That begs the question that I asked earlier. Like, what does exactly Weaver do? Why
know.
was he picked?
6,400.
6,600.
Yeah, now, because
Yeah.
time has passed and he farmed a
Yeah.
creep wave, Ted. Jesus, get in the
No,
game,
Wagga,
Ted.
I'm sorry, you're wrong, sir.
Taking you so long. Anyway, Morphling running into a lot of heroes here. He has a ward. He's gonna go on to Minot. E-Blade.
There you go. That's what happens.
That's what happens.
That's
Sounded
a-
like you went on Ted's nuts.
What do you do now? What do you do now? What's your response?
You hope that Enigma has a buyback and you get a big black hole.
He does, actually. So, I mean, he can probably
Dire's
just try to
middle
defend
barracks
this,
are
but
under
do you
attack.
think it's worth it? Do you think that you can reasonably defend your racks from mid lane?
Dire's middle
One rack's down
barracks
isn't the worst thing.
Well, you're gonna get double raxed if you don't buy back here. I think you're
Dire's
definitely
middle
losing your
barracks
melee
are under
racks.
attack.
He's doing this on his own, right? So it's like, okay,
Everyone is watching him.
good
cheering.
kill. Yeah.
Oh,
my
too early on the
God.
adaptive strike there, but at least Body Centaur is gonna go in and get the kill. Enigma does buy back.
Yeah, Stampede, everybody is out there. I don't think they can actually chase onto the low ground like that.
Oh,
Panda's
nice
the
stomp
only
as
one that's
well.
chasing.
They'll just wait out this. Brew ult.
All right, Enigma's pandering about, like he's looking for the biggest black hole. He has to dodge that. In
gonna
fact, he
die.
cannot get a high ground. He's dead. No black hole. Hani's ultimate ends. And well, Ace actually goes on high ground, gets another kill.
Dyer's
Yep.
middle barracks.
That's,
Not actually Ace getting a kill though.
Or sorry,
It was ill,
Miller didn't
but
get a
anyway,
kill. Yeah.
they get a lot of kills. Enigma did buyback for that. Dieback it was, and they're not gonna stop. They're gonna keep pushing here because they realize you have nothing. You have nothing at this stage of the
Yeah,
game.
it's GG, isn't it?
I mean, I don't know. I would be really happy to see Alliance prove me wrong in that Weaver is sort of not effective in the current meta, but he just hasn't provided anything for his team in this game. It's not like the Morphling. It doesn't do the same thing, of course, but split pushing side lanes, you have to be really relentless. I almost feel like you need to have a Desolator really early before your Lincolns. He does have a Desolator
Or maybe even
now.
a Maelstrom just to push even faster.
No, I think you need the Deso just for
The towers?
hitting the towers specific. And he'll just go in and just blow up Ake. E-Blade deals so much damage.
It's crazy.
But you actually have to wait for the E-Blade to travel. So it's like click E-Blade, look at it go,
Yeah.
and then click your adaptive, because adaptive is instant. So he failed his combo once there, but Centaur was also...
Did they do
quick to help
something
him.
to the E-Blade, like projectile thing?
Yes.
Yeah. It was because Tinker was so OP.
Yeah.
So that's why Morphling got an
Radiant's
indirect
top
nerf as
tower
well
is
when
under
E-Blade was
attack.
changed to have a slow projectile. And Morphling was not even played that much, so it was kind of unwarranted nerf, I felt, to Morphling. But in the end, VP Polar showing this game that, you know, he's
As a
he's
support
alright.
player,
He's
Wagga,
alright.
as a support player who's been E-Blade blown up enough times, I assure you, it's not an unneeded nerf, my friend.
Alright.
You can
Despite-
blink dodge it.
Yeah,
much-
you can blink dodge
yeah.
it now, or go Invis. I reckon you could probably even just smoke assets
Walk
in there.
really far away.
Yeah.
And-
If you're far enough.
I mean,
you
that's
can
assuming Morphling is not galloping after you.
Do you have time to pause and offer ransom? Have you ever done that? Please don't kill. Can you leave your boots on the ground for them to take?
I have done that, yeah. I've done the opposite as well. I'm like, I'm about to kill someone with a melt strike, and it's like, okay, I want your magic wand. I will let you live. And most of the cases, they are like, okay, yeah, take
Which
my
is
stuff.
actually worse, though? Losing your magic wand or dying once?
Well, it's your pride, right? Like, you use your magic wand and your pride. So, I think it's fine.
There's very little value on my pride.
Yeah, well, you're a support player. That's
Damn.
expected.
Damn.
As a carry, I would never give up my magic wand.
I'm never supporting for you again.
So Roshan now being targeted by VP Polar as not too much is going on with Alliance just trying to recover after getting double racks, but this is, the pain is real in their base. And now with Aegis on Morphling, Butterfly and E-Blade, this is so ridiculous seeing the amount of items that he has at 33 minutes into a game.
I like how
Double
mentioned-
E-Blade?
Yeah.
No, not double E-Blade. Butterfly.
No,
Oh
Yeah,
god,
yeah,
I
it's
can't see on
Butterfly.
your screen. Jeez, I was like, what?
Yeah, they look very similar.
They
to be
really
fair.
do, at a distance.
We are now officially Flutter Boy.
Flutter
does,
Boys.
Does he go max movement speed with Flutter BOT Manta? No, not even
No.
close.
Well, no, close is definitely. I think he does. It's 20%. He might.
No,
Okay.
not Flutter Boys.
Not Flutter Boys. Almost.
Double E-Blade.
Yeah.
P-Flax, you idiot.
Not. Dude. Not
I
fast
I looked like it from a distance on your teeny tiny laptop.
I would have gone for double butterfly, to be honest. I mean, there's not that much magical damage. You can just evade. You could watch the... Oh, he's going in. Fails the combo, throwing out the adaptive strike first onto Honey. To be fair, though, if he tried to E-Blade first, I think Honey could have blinked that one. So, trying to be cheesy, but not that much.
I mean, the thing is, that he has buyback now, doesn't he, Morphling?
No,
Does
he
he?
just
No, he
purchased
doesn't.
an item,
Attack.
but
How much has he got in his coffers? So he hasn't got buyback. I guess if they kill him now, they have a chance to at least push the lanes out. But
Nah, there's tier 1 mids
Dyer's
to
top
it.
tower is under attack.
Far behind there. I'm surprised Ace hasn't just backdoored it,
yeah,
Dyer's
but I
top
guess there is a
tower has
BOT
fallen.
Morphling that gets kind of scary.
Dyer's
you'd get
middle
kinda blown
tower
up.
is under attack.
ooh,
yeah. He could
Radiant's
sell his
bottom
Midas now
tower
as well
is
to
under
get the
Oh
buyback.
no, FNG, no Chain Frost Arena. Just throw it out.
Okay, Enigma is gone, so no black
There he
hole.
goes.
Gonna save it this time,
the
no
emergency
buyback.
chain for us.
And then he has no mana for the second one because the Chain Frost actually takes a
He
lot of
needs to
mana.
go and use a creep. Yes. He's looking for something to
Bottom
eat.
tower
There's
is
a
under
GG.
attack.
Lich needs to feed. Eat a creep and Chain Frost him. Throw it up. Oh, he doesn't get it.
I gotta gotta say, that's probably the most underwhelming refresh orb I've ever seen.
Well, it got used once and didn't actually do anything, so yeah, I will agree. And this was probably one of the most convincing games as well
that
I have seen in
From
these 2 days.
VP Polar.
Yeah.
Well, the most convincing